playoffs are all about legacies. Dave Hellman, coming to you, talking about the legacy as it pertains to Dak Prescott. Is this a must-win game for him for his legacy?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know how you could argue that it's not.
Right.
And I mean, I said yesterday, it's not a must-win game in the sense of Dak's future with the Cowboys. Like, he's going to be the Cowboys quarterback next year. Like, he doesn't have to worry about that. He is. That's how contracts work. But in terms of his legacy, if he loses this game, now I think all bets are off. You know, I mean, to this point, for the most part, the opinion of Dak has been very neutral. Like, oh, he's a pretty good quarterback. He's not the worst. He's not the best. He's somewhere in the middle. He can win you some games. He falls to 1-4 if he loses this game. 2 straight wild card exits, 2 straight trips to the playoffs without winning a game. And really, let's be honest, like the closest he's come to even sniffing a deep playoff run was all the way back in his rookie year. And that wasn't even that close. And now I think if he loses this game, I think the narrative shifts. I think this is Tony Romo territory. This is Kirk Cousins territory, where, I mean, he's the quarterback of the Cowboys, so Dak's going to get clowned on regardless. He already does that. But if you lose this game, now I think you start to see a snowball effect where he can't win the big game. He's not a good quarterback. He doesn't show up in big moments. He can't stop throwing takeaways. And people like me, like I have even less ammunition than I already do to fight that narrative. I think if he loses this game, I think the narrative gets a little bit out of control, and it's going to take a lot for him to rectify it.
Legacy is on the line. Now, he can talk all calm like that, but it won't be calm in Dallas.
That's true.
If this guy goes out there and loses this game, I'm being serious. If he loses this game, and I know that's how contracts are made, that's cool. Coming into next year, right, the games that he plays bad, I'm talking early in the year, first game, second game, third game, they'll be looking for reasons to bench him. Because that next year, they'll get rid of him. That's how it works in the NFL. So, yeah, the legacy's on the line. I mean, let's think about it for a second. Yeah, you're playing the Bucs, right? This is a must-win game. This Bucs team, and those are my boys over there. They're not a good team, or they're not consistent. Let me say that. They're not consistently good. They're up and down. The last 5 weeks, they're like a 28th ranked defense. Yep. This is the truth. They're the only team in the playoffs with a losing record. They're 8-9, and they're in the playoffs. So for us to be even questioning, oh, is this a legacy type of game for Dak? Yeah, you're playing against a losing record team. Team that's up and down, older team, not as explosive. Some games give you 400, some games give you 100. This game's on the line for Dak's legacy. I don't know.
Yeah, it is. It's all on the line, especially because of the way that things ended last year.
Yep.
You also have everything that you need on this team to make a run. People can question, you have enough wide receivers, you have enough that. I mean, this team is more than capable of making a run. If they had anything other than a star in their helmet, we would feel like great about what they're doing. Matthew Stafford threw the most interceptions in the league going into the postseason last year.
True.
He was the question. We weren't questioning anything else that was going on. And they won. So now we really know you can overcome this and make a run if you have the right pieces, which the Cowboys do. So not only if they lose will it be a problem, particularly if they lose because of him. I don't think it's going to matter either way. But if they lose because of him, and honestly, I don't think it will be unfair. I don't like to get into like, what's fair, what's fair? Nothing's fair. Life's not fair. I don't know who told you that, but they lied to you. Life is not fair. But I do think, I should say, I don't think it will be illegitimate to have the conversation of if they can win or not with Dak Prescott. If you have a 1-4 record
I don't disagree
in the playoffs,
with that,
if you have as many pieces on the defensive side, you have a Super Bowl winning quarterback, you have a great defensive coordinator, you have a great run game, even if it's been slacking as of late, there's not going to be any excuses on the board. And especially because this isn't an opponent that you should beat. Like, Tom Brady or not, the Bucs have been very inconsistent this year.
That, to me, is the most sobering thought. If Dak Prescott cannot beat an 8-9 Buccaneers team, Dallas Cowboys fans are going to have to come to the reality that he likely will never be able to get it done. If you cannot win in the NFC when the playoff picture is a 45-year-old quarterback, the playoff picture is a second-round pick Geno Smith that has just now found a landing spot, the playoff picture is a Daniel Jones that the Giants didn't even want to pick up the fifth-year option on, the playoff picture is a Jalen Hurts who currently has a sprained throwing shoulder, the playoff picture is a Kirk Cousins who historically cannot win in prime time, the playoff picture is filled with those quarterbacks. If you, Dak Prescott, can't win in that playoff picture, if you can't win one game, even Cowboys fans, even Cowboys apologists are going to have to come to the sobering reality. Look, a lot of great games, Dave Hellman, but more importantly, a lot of great teams. Bills, they are really good, led by Josh Allen, a great quarterback. Joe Burrow, he was about to win the MVP before Patrick Mahomes leaned at the line, if you will. Patrick Mahomes is as good as he can be, and the Niners, they are dominant. Which team are you most confident in heading into Wild Card Weekend of the 12 playing in the 6 games?
We're talking about just for this weekend?
Just this weekend, big dog.
I mean, how could it not be Buffalo? How could it not? Like, you know, we talk about the Niners and the Seahawks, Pete Carroll.
Don't steal my thunder. Don't you dare steal my thunder.
I'm just saying, like,
give your answer, I'll give mine.
It's the Bills. It's the Bills because of what we just saw this past weekend. They get a home game. Look, all credit to Skylar Thompson. I'm not trying to hate on you or the Dolphins. I watched every snap of that game against the Jets.
Is he bad?
They're bad.
Is he bad?
He looked like a guy making his second career start against a good defense.
I mean, is he bad, though?
He looked bad.
I want to bet.
He looked bad.
Is he bad?
He looked bad. He didn't look like somebody that can compete with the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo in the playoffs. I really think, through no fault of the Dolphins' own. I mean, right? You know, obviously we all wish Tua could play in this game. It's bad luck for them. But, like, this should be a game where the Bills can name their score, honestly. Like, that's how I feel. Sorry.
What y'all trying to score today?
Yeah. No, seriously. Like,
want to put 38 on them?
We want to win by 17. We want to win by 24. What do we want to do? Yeah. I don't see how that happens. If Tua was
there, it would be a completely different story. Let's not even if Tua was there, this is a toss-up game in my mind. Unfortunately, Tua is not. I'm just going to go down the line. Joy Taylor, where do you stand? Who you got most confidence in?
It's the Bills. Look, I got excited about the Dolphins this year, and for that, I was wrong. And I apologize. I was wrong. Okay, we made the playoffs. What's about to happen now? What's about to happen? Let's just say it.
But Tua got hurt. You were right.
Yeah. Okay, no. What I was right it was about the Dolphins' curse, and I know it, and I live with it. Let me stand in my truth, okay? Try and talk me off of this. I apologize to Chargers fans. I'm sorry. I was influenced very few times in my life have I been peer pressured and fallen subject to it.
You made the playoffs.
And every time, look, I have standards, okay? Relax. I have standards. Even as a Dolphins fan, I have standards. That's why I'm so bitter. Yes, we made the playoffs with the same record as last year, and we're about to go into Buffalo and get smoked. And nobody in South Florida is lying to themselves about it, finally. And they shouldn't be, because Tua isn't playing. You have Skylar Thompson, and this, again, is no diss to Skylar Thompson. There's levels to this. There is. So we could walk into this respectfully knowing what it is. But if you're asking me who I'm the most confident in, the Bills have to score 10 points. Because the Dolphins scored 9 points. I'm sorry, 11. There was a safety.
They did have a safety.
Okay, they did have a safety. Fine. You have to score a touchdown and 2 field goals, Buffalo. If you can manage to do that, you're going to beat the Miami Dolphins.
Naheem Hines outscored the Dolphins on his own last week with 2 kickoff returns.
Did you just watch Crazy Work?
We saw Crazy Work.
Did you just watch Crazy Work? It's all right. I'm glad that we made the playoffs. That's something to be excited about. We have no idea what's going on next year, so I feel almost exactly the same as I do right now going into this weekend as I did at the beginning of the season, which is I have no idea what the Dolphins are, but I'm going to stand in my truth, and I will not be moved off of my gut ever again.
You made the playoffs, Joy.
There's a difference between making the playoffs and, like, making the playoffs,
I firmly
like having a
believe
chance.
That making the playoffs is an achievement. You can't win if you're not in.
You're not in.
There are some teams who would love to get smoked in the playoffs this weekend, like the Lions, like the Packers,
Eat my money.
And
like the Jets.
You learn confidence too, man.
Correct.
Right? You get better and better.
It's also the Dolphins are on their 3rd string QB. Like, it's not even fair.
No.
Even if Teddy Bridgewater
We're not delusional about it. I don't feel bad about what I know is about to happen this weekend. I'm just saying I should not have allowed myself to move off of my gut, and I did. And I'm not going to, I promise you, America, I won't do that again. I'm an authentic person, and I have to apologize for that.
A playoff team compared to not a playoff team, like, that matters, right?
It does matter. Let me ask you this question, because this is what matters. Which team you most confident in heading to Wild Card Weekend?
I'm with the 49ers. They're on the roll. I mean, they're playing very, very well. Stingy defense. Even when the Raiders, like, made moves on them, right, and they were putting points up running the ball, they still answered. This rookie quarterback, Purdy here, I watch a lot of tape. Kid's talented. The kid's talented. And Kyle Shanahan doesn't get enough credit. He got them boys playing. Misdirection, running the ball well, tight ends. Then Debo decided to come back and play. They're a good team, and they're on a winning streak. They'll probably stop eventually once they see the guys in green.
Oh, the Eagles.
Yeah. But for this wild card run, they look pretty good. I'm going with them.
I'm with you, dog. Bang, bang, Niner gang. I'm more confident in the Niners. The Bills are going to win, obviously, because Tua's not there, Teddy Bridgewater's not there. But given the fact that both teams will win, now it's who am I more confident is going to play better? Right, like the Bills are going to win, the Niners are going to win. We've all established that. But who's going to play a better game? To me, it's the
I just want to point out. I want to point out what you're saying. I want to say this for the record. So you are more confident in a team starting a rookie in a third divisional game against a Pro Bowler than a team starting an MVP candidate against a third-string rookie.
I'm equally confident they'll win.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just saying.
I'm equally confident.
I trust Josh Allen to do this more than I trust
Now
Brock
we're
Purdy.
in the door of winning.
Different questions, though.
Yeah, now that we're in the door of winning, and now it's like, who's going to play better?
Okay.
Like, I haven't seen the Niners collectively play a bad game since they played against the Chiefs. And the game before that was bad was against the Atlanta Falcons. That was bad.